And God saw the power of mothers to the point where a mother was entrusted to carry, birth, and raise the Messiah. Now the first promise was made to the woman in Genesis 3:15. And I will put enmity between you and the woman, and between your offspring and hers. He will crush your head, and you will bruise his heel. So this is a promise that the seed of the woman was going to crush the head of the snake. The snake is the deceiver of the entire world, but it's the seed of the woman that was going to crush the snake. Now God has deemed the woman worthy of rearing Messiah. And when the Messiah, Jesus, Yeshua, performed his first miracle, it was prompted by his mother. This is when he turned water into wine at the wedding. So in John chapter 2, verses 1 through 5, on the third day, there was a wedding in Cana in the Galilee, and the mother of Yeshua was there. Yeshua too was invited to the wedding, along with his disciples. The wine ran out, and Yeshua's mother said to him, "They have no more wine." Yeshua replied, "Mother, why should that concern me or you? My time hasn't come yet." His mother said to the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." So when Mary, the mother of Yeshua, told them, "Do whatever he tells you," she told them that with the intent that he was going to act. Even though Yeshua had basically said no to his mother, like, why should that concern me or you? She already knew, look, it's time. And your mother is aware of all your gifts and who you are long before anyone else is. Your mother knows you. And as far as anyone else at the time knew, Yeshua was just a carpenter. But the mother who had received the promise knew he's the Messiah. And even though Yeshua was slightly resistant to taking his mother's instruction, asking, "Why should that concern me? My time has not yet come," he still acted because his mother knew, well, no, yes, your time has come. So this is a woman telling the Son of God what to do and when the time comes. And this is, as a mother, that was her authority. Now, sometimes people don't want to necessarily accept that, a woman correcting them or telling them what to do, because they kind of get the feeling that, well, the woman should be under you, and that maybe as a mother it's fine for her to have nurtured him or fed him or, you know, just made him dinner and tucked him in. Well, he was grown at the time, but they accept mothers in that role, but they would be hesitant to actually see the mother as just telling him, look, it's time for you to start acting as Messiah. It's time for you to start acting. So sometimes men have a real problem being directed and instructed by women. And that's why there's this embrace of her being a nurturer, but they might take odds with her as being a leader, a judge, and a defender. So this is why motherhood has been presented in a very limited way, with the mother just being a docile caregiver and nothing else. But the Bible presents mothers as being more than just a wet nurse. Now, Deborah was a judge in Israel. She was a woman in the highest office in Israel. And she was a prophet and led Israel to victory in battle. And after the victory, they celebrated in song. And in the song it says in Judges chapter 5, verse 7, "The rulers ceased in Israel. They ceased until arose Deborah, arose a mother in Israel." So to call her a mother in Israel, mother is not just like what you call your mom. It's actually an honorary title. That's why you don't call your parents by your first names.
That's right.
It's because it's a respect and an honor that you have. Because your parents might not even really be your elders, because people might have children in their 20s. People who may be 20 years older than you don't necessarily count as your elders. But it's specific that they're given a title, so you know that no matter how small the generation gap between you and your parents, they are to be honored in a way as an authority, not just a person you could just talk to any type of way. So mother is not just a term of endearment, it's a title of authority. So I would hope that for this Mother's Day, people will actually really take that to heart, how much your mother has done for you, not just as nurturing, but a woman in power, a woman who taught you what you needed to do in life.
Great. For example, someone who has been basically an advocate for you, the one that has been the mouthpiece whenever you couldn't talk, you know. See, that was the mother that spoke up for you.
Right.